The wairua of Te Wairoa is very significant in terms of connectedness to our maunga, to our whenua and to our people. Our tupuna use the river as a source of kai, cleansing, and a source of enriching not only themselves and tribes, but the whenua that's around it.
Tēnā tātou ko Sylvia Tapuke Hau. We've gathered here today in the rohe of Clevedon, Ngāti Kōhua, with the hapu of Ngāti Kōhua and Friends of Te Wairoa, a catchment care group.
So Friends of Te Wairoa is a voluntary community group, and so we've got a really receptive population of people that we're interacting with here, and it's a real privilege.
We engage the community to work with us and with mana whenua as kaitiaki of the whole river.
We've been very privileged and very lucky to be Mauri that still retain our whenua in Tamaki, joining groups such as Friends of Te Wairoa. For me, it's important that we not only restore but look after something for our children and our mokopuna.
This is the taonga for the people here. This is what they're really interested in protecting. It's their food basket, it's their stories, all their narratives, their beginning and their end, and connected to that is the Wairoa River.
This is a place where I was born here, grew up here, right out on the point there, which goes around to the river, the mouth of the river. That's where we used to swim, as kids.
Well, I can remember we used to come out here and do quite a bit of fishing, not by boat, but just off the point.
There were numerous swimming holes. The Clevedon School used to have a swimming hole in the river. The Wairoa South School had one. There was a good place at the tourist bridge.
People used to use it. They would kayak on it, swim in it. But those sorts of activities aren't possible anymore because of the degradation of it.
In any tribal areas, the whenua needs to be respected as we see the environment being really damaged over the years, that it's not Māori that's doing it all, it's a whole group of people that need to assist in the environmental change.
One of the things a river teaches you very fast is that you're not in charge, it's in charge. And the Wairoa River is a classic example of that. The floods and events that occur around the river dominate things for the local community.
Gabriel caused a few problems. We had quite a big slip and some of the pine trees came down across the river.
It was quite severe, actually, the flood, all the debris that would come down the river, logs and that, it was quite common.
In 2017, we had some big floods, and especially in Ness Valley, they had a lot of trouble with pine slash.
Hauraki Gulf's in trouble from sediment, and a lot of it, unfortunately, comes down this river.
So we farm oysters out in the bay here at the mouth of the Clevedon Wairoa River. Well, probably for the last 2 or 3 years in particular, we've seen that with the whole bay that there has been more sediment under the farms, which is a bit annoying.
We get erosion of the stream banks, the banks collapse in, and because of the very fine sediments and clays in the soil, they get suspended in the river for a long time, and so you get this sort of cloudiness or turbidity in the river.
Our team manages the Hunua ranges and everything that happens within it, and we have a lot of partners that we work with, being at mana whenua, community groups, partnerships. We all work in this space and we're all working towards creating these amazing experiences for people. We try and stay on top of some of the invasive weed species, so willows and poplar are a couple that come to mind.
The problem with these particular willow trees is these ones are called crack willows. They just get out of control. They kind of cross hands like this across the river and they form these debris dams.
In the last 10 years, that we've actually had the river get blocked with logs. They were mostly poplars and willows, which are the trees that grow along the river.
The job is too big for Friends of Te Wairoa to do, so it's absolutely vital that we connect with the community. And what we try and persuade the community to do is take on projects on their own land which improve them.
A major focus of our group is to do a lot of riparian planting and protection, to get plants back in along the riverways, try and hold the banks together, Planting and protecting the edges of the river has multiple good effects in terms of water quality, the things that live there, and also the hydrology, the way the water flows down the system.
One of the main things is to keep the water fresh, clean. It's cooler now because of the vegetation.
I guess the ultimate thing is to improve the water quality of the awa so that people can swim and not be worried about getting sick.
I'm very passionate about all things environmental and being able to hear the mātauranga, not only mātauranga Māori, but mātauranga Pākehā, mātauranga science, and connecting all of those different knowledge bases to enhance the mauri of Te Taiao.
That the whole river, when we look at it, that we can feel proud it is enriched in all the environmental sustenance it needs.
It's important that we allow it to flow again properly. So it's been, privileged to be with people that are like-minded, that, find that it's so important to them and what that means.
One of their visions or their aspirations is that the mauri of the river is restored and that the blockages of the rivers of the past are untangled out like the willow trees, and that the mātauranga and the knowledge and the science information around this river gets to flow freely, and that it gets to provide and sustain the people that feed into it, but also that it takes care of the visitors that embark upon this river.
I see my responsibility to walk on our whenua, swim in our awa, swim in our moana, and be able to collect kai from all of those sources. That should be an innate thing that I want my cousins to know and my brothers and my kids to know.